everyone. Like today we are having Miss Aparna with us, who is a mother entrepreneur and who has joined us to share the story about how she started, how she worked onto her venture, and uh, how she has reached to a level where she is now. So let's first hear from her what her business is about, and then we'll take it ahead. Okay, over to you, ma'am.
Great. Thank you so much. So I run a food products brand called Wise Mama. We are into healthy breakfast options for the urban health conscious Indians. We've launched 7 variants of millet-based porridges, which are very easy to cook. You just have to boil them in water for 6 minutes and they are done. And they give you a very good, well-balanced nutrition, right from the proteins to fibers to complex carbs. They give you all that nutrition in a very easy and tasty way. So the whole idea behind Wise Mama was that, today, most of the urban families, the women are either working or they are, they have young kids to manage. So it leaves them very little time in the morning, to actually prepare a good breakfast for the family. And mostly in almost all the families, women are still, the most important decision makers when it comes to what the family eats. Even though the men, help and they take part in the decision, but women are still the ones who are playing the role of the provider when it comes to what people eat in the family. So this was aimed at making life easier for women like all of us who have so many things to do in the morning. But at the same time, we don't want to miss out on good nutrition ourselves and also for our families, right? So that's how Wise Mama came into being. We have launched the products very recently, and we're getting a really good response from the market. People are liking the taste, people are liking the nutrition profile. A lot of nutritionists are encouraging us with positive feedback. And another thing that we have done with Wise Mama is that, normally you will see in the market, most of the products, incorporate the Western concept of nutrition, that you need so many carbs, you need so much of protein, so much of, fiber. But if you look at our Indian heritage and tradition, we have the Ayurvedic food science, which is like almost or over 5,000 years, of heritage. And, so much has been already discovered about the human body and how food affects your mental balance and your health, your emotions, everything. So we wanted to also incorporate Ayurvedic principles into what we eat. So all the Wise Mama products are made according to Ayurveda guidelines as well. So in Ayurveda, so there are certain foods that go well together. There's certain foods that should not be combined. So we have kept that wisdom. And also, early in the morning, Ayurveda says that you should eat something warm, to kickstart your metabolism instead of a cold breakfast. So that's why all our products are, in the form of a porridge, which is easy to digest. It's warm when you eat it. It gives you very balanced nutrition. It is suitable for any age group and any body type, whatever whether it's Vata, Pitta, Kapha, if you, follow Ayurveda, whatever your body type, it's still suitable for you. So those kind of ingredients have been taken and combined in a certain way. So that is, that's what we are doing right now.
Correct. So it sounds like you have been working, like before you would have started the product, or you would have got the idea, you would have done a lot of background research and understood how things work, what has to be eaten, what doesn't work, and all those things. So what were the challenges that you faced during the pre-launch of your brand?
Right. So actually, it was during COVID that that I started thinking about product line like this. because COVID actually extracted all our energy. We had to work at home while looking after children. There was no help at home. So that really made me think. And then you also had to be really healthy at that time. You wanted to have high immunity. So that got me thinking, and I did a lot of research on, what kind of foods are right for the human body. What does Western nutrition say? What is the Ayurvedic point of view? And my biggest challenge was, how do I, I found a lot of things that were very good about how Western nutrition approaches health, but also there were really nice things about Indian Ayurvedic food science. So I wanted to combine these two. And so the main task was, how do we bring these two together, And we had nutritionists on board. We have Ayurvedic doctors on board who have been helping us in actually bringing these principles together. And then how do you actually fit it into a modern lifestyle, if we can't have something that, the urban Indian doesn't like in terms of taste, or is too difficult to cook, or people don't identify with it. It had to be something that's understandable by common urban Indian, and also easy to cook and yet very tasty. See, we also have a chef on board who helps us with getting the taste right for the people. So putting all these things together was a very big challenge for us. And then again, we wanted to, all the Western science and Ayurvedic food science, everything pointed us towards millets, which is very healthy traditional food that has been eaten in India for over, again, or almost 5,000 years. We have been eating millets,
Right.
Uh,
Now I
so
think
how
it's
do we?
becoming the millet of the year. So I think you have entered into the right time and with right products. Right.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So millets are important also from climate change point of view also, because they take up so much less water, and they are much healthier for the planet as well, and for the farmers also, because they don't need pesticides and fertilizers. So there are a lot of benefits. But the challenge with millets is, how do you make them cook faster? How do you make them, so a lot of challenges over there with developing the right kind of product that fits into everybody's kitchens and lifestyle.
Yes. So, like, how did you, while doing so much of work, you would have really had a tough time managing your family as well as your venture. So, how did you manage that? I think everybody would like to know because the major struggle comes over there.
Yeah, I think there is no right answer or good answer for this. I have a 4-year-old. He is extremely active, and he keeps us on our toes. So I think I what I tried to do was to balance my work uh, with his timings, because such a small child, you can't completely ignore, and they won't even understand if you ask them to sit quietly. So I think, as a mother of a young kid, you have to make your calendar around their time. So in the afternoons when he would be sleeping, I would get those slots to work. And then in the evening, after he's gone to bed, again I would pick a few hours there to work. In early morning, so that's how we balance. And then again, some of the time was split with my husband. He took care of him while I was working, and we took turns.
Okay.
Not easy. We
Exactly.
had a lot of, yeah, like a lot of times when both of us had calls at the same time. So all that also happened. But you to try to, find bits and pieces of, time where you can really be your productive best without getting disturbed. So you have to manage it according to the other schedule.
Correct. So,
Now, yeah,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
please
yeah,
just.
continue.
Now I was just saying that now it's much easier because schools and all have opened. So
Right.
I think it's easy for moms at home who are working to take out a little more, time for their work. So now it's slightly better.
So, what would you like to tell to all the aspiring women out there who are like mother or has a family, as well as they somewhere has a passion towards being an entrepreneur, but they're a bit hesitant into moving down that lane because of maybe certain obstacles or something. So how would you like to share some tips with them on uh, moving ahead and taking that risk of going into the entrepreneur journey despite of being a mother?
Well, I think see, being a mother, I mean, all your life you're going to have some thing that is going to, take your time, and it's going to stop you from being an entrepreneur if you want it to, right? So being a mother is just like that. If you really want to be an entrepreneur, uh, you can still do it. There's no reason why anything should stop you. You just have to find ways of making it work. You may have to work at times which are not regular, or you may have to ask some family members to come and help you out. You have to find creative solutions, to solving your problems. But if you have the desire to be an entrepreneur, you should go ahead and you should give it a try. And I think entrepreneurship, you know, no matter what stage of life you're in, it's always risky. So if you're someone who is, open to facing the risk, or who doesn't mind failing once or twice, you should definitely give it a shot. And when you're doing entrepreneurship, you should be ready to fail as well. So you should not be scared of failing.
Right.
So whenever you try it, just give it your best, and then be okay with whatever the result happens. Don't start out with this thing that, okay, I have to make it so big in my first go, or I will never fail. No, just we have to be realistic, but we have to take a risk, because entrepreneurship is really worth it. It gives you so much freedom. It gives you so much independence to do things your way. You feel so good about yourself. When you're an entrepreneur, you're able to create jobs for others. It's a lovely journey. It's worth every struggle that women go through. So I think it just take the plunge, prepare for it, get your finances in order, get your ecosystem in order, and then take the plunge, do it. That would be my short message.
That is actually inspiring.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah. Like Aparna, you were associated with Solution Buggy as well. You took certain services from Solution Buggy. So, I'll also like to hear how we as a Solution Buggy played a role into your venture, or how we helped you moving at least one step nearer to your goal. So a short light if you can put on that.
Sure, sure. So, when I was starting out, I needed help, technical help in actually formulating my products. And I'm not a food technologist by education. So, I needed someone who was really professional and who could, you know, help me with developing the products. So, I approached Solution Buggy, and they connected me to the right people multiple times. Actually, after that also, I had a requirement for someone who could help me set the quality processes, when we were moving into production. Again, Solution Buggy referred an expert to me, and then we worked with them. I think what really helped me, or what I really liked about working with Solution Buggy, was that it's like a concierge service. They helped me at every step, and because I was busy with so many things, they kept a tab on, the next call was being arranged, uh, you know uh, and then that the project was progressing properly. The experts were replying, we were replying. They kept a tab on that, so it was almost like a project management that they were doing, and it really kept everything on track, and we were able to move fast, and life was much easier for me. If I had done it on my own, probably I would have been much more slower. And also I had the comfort that, okay, there is there is another third party who's guarding my interest. So
Correct.
I was sure that, okay, the project, if a certain expert is working, he's accountable not just to me, but also to this other third party who's going to, make sure that they deliver what I want. So that was a big thing. That was a big support, actually.
Yeah, actually, your feedback is really good, and I'm really glad that Solution Buggy played such a major role into your venture, where it helped you as well as your company to grow and to have to attain that level that you are today. So,
Yeah.
Aparna, thank you for joining and agreeing with us to do this short cover story for you. And I hope, like, at least we inspire more and more mother entrepreneurs to, like, aspiring mother entrepreneurs to step into the industry and take a leap towards their dreams. So
Hmm.
I'm really thankful to you for joining and
Thank you.
coming ahead and sharing
My,
the honest thoughts with us. And
thank you so much.